Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 20 of Behind the Bouquet. I am here at Smash Studios in Midtown with the one and only Andrea Smith. How are you?
I'm good. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Smash.
Yeah. So I think we woke up to like a fall morning today.
We
it was
did.
freezing.
It was freezing, and I walked out of the house without a coat.
I do this all the time.
But I'm like a hot person naturally because I'm very energetic, and so I think I sweat a lot. Hopefully
not on stage.
Not on stage. Oh my God! On stage, I'm drenched. I'm drenched. I'm like, ugh. Like when my clients come and hug me after the wedding, I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get you.
It's like a post-workout.
Right. It is.
But we're in busy season. So thank you for taking the time to chat with me.
This is awesome. Thank you for having me, and thank you for coming to Smash. Smash Studios is where we rehearse. And
it's really cool.
Yep. We have showcases here too, upstairs. We're on the 17th floor downstairs. My best friend owns it, Clay, chef, so thank you for having us. Yeah.
I feel very important right now. So.
Right, well, we're in one of his new rooms. This is like the
there's green screens.
Podcast room. Yep, green screens, everything.
Yeah. So the wheels are turning in my head. I think I need to ditch my iPhone and start videoing here.
Yeah, I mean, listen. This is all high tech, but we don't need it. I mean, we're talking about weddings and having fun, hanging out. Oh, we gotta play a song. You know about this song? You guys know this song?
I do know this song.
Yes. This is like this. I don't know if it's like a wedding song, but it's like a song that I like to get up, with my coffee and dance around the house.
So every morning you hear like
this
play
is like my
Sam
pump
Smith.
Up. Right? You like it, right?
It gets you going. Little coffee sounds good with this.
Right?
But would you ever sing this at a wedding?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you do dance with strangers at weddings, so it could work. Right?
I have. Jesse has some funny stories.
Yes, we all have. Yes. You're like, hi, who are you?
Yes.
But listen, it doesn't matter. We're dancing together. We're having a good time. We're like feeling the vibe.
I know, you just
we're digging the band.
Yes, we are. 100%. Speaking of the band, what is this band that you are the lead singer of?
Oh, it's called the Hudson Project. We've been around for 10 years. And
so you're a seasoned pro.
We are. We're the type of band where, we're like, listen, if you're ready to, again, sweat it out and have a workout, I mean, it's nonstop energy.
You are nonstop.
Yes, you've seen it. So
yes.
You can
firsthand.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
killer.
Thank you. We just, I feel like if people aren't, falling off of the dance floor, I haven't done my job. Like, that's really what it comes down to.
So
I need you to be sweaty and tired.
Yeah, as they should be. And to dive into that a little bit more, so the Hudson Project band, 10-year-old band.
Yep.
Do you only go out as like a 10-piece band, 12-piece band?
I think, when you saw us, we were a 10 or 12. But, our bass is 8. We start off with guitar, bass, drum, keys, 2 male and 2 female vocalists. And, of course, you can add horns. I think, if you have the budget, adding horns is really nice, right?
It really takes it over the top.
It does. It's like, think about it. You have, more people on stage, like, giving you all their energy. This is like your personal band for your wedding and for your guests. I mean, it's like, the more the merrier. You want more people.
And then all of a sudden, you'll be singing a song, and then, like, the horn goes off, and you're like, whoa.
Yes, exactly. And we like to, bring the horn players on the dance floor and, like to show them off. It's fun to, jump around with them.
So I'm a client. I come right away. I obviously want to book you. So I just and so next steps, how do you get to know me better and understand what I'm really looking for?
So a lot of clients come to us by way of referrals, which I love. So thank you to all my people out there who are pumping us. But really, it starts off with a phone conversation. I can answer any questions. If you want to meet and discuss in person, I'm totally down to do that. And then really the next steps, if we kind of gel and you like the vibe, then we move on to booking. And really, we kind of don't really, we correspond via email and, we have questions that we like to be
the
prepared.
Questionnaire, like
Our questionnaire form.
out.
Exactly. We send our song list out. We revamp our song list every January and add new songs.
And that's just from like the top hits on the radio or anything?
So we add anything. I'd say that a song that makes the song list is if it gets requested a lot. You know, I tend to see, you know, I know everyone, Uptown Funk. I know, I get it. I get why people like it. I'm a little over it, not gonna lie.
I know.
But
it really gets those
it gets people going. They love it.
does.
They love it.
I think
I want to push that one off the list so bad, but people
it's
love
hard.
it, so I have to keep doing it.
What's your longest running song on the list? Like, what's the OG?
Probably like I Got a Feeling, and we don't even play it that often. You know, a lot of times clients, you know, will say, you know, we don't want Black Eyed Peas, or we don't want this, we don't want that. But I have to say, it's been on the list for 10 years, and like I got a request for it this weekend, so we're playing it. You know,
Right.
I give my clients what they want.
Smart woman.
Yeah, that's right.
And so there's a very special person in this band as well. I think you're a husband and wife team.
Yes, so we are. My husband is the guitar player, and he's also the musical director. So he kind of, you know, does his thing with the musicians, and it's definitely a collaborative, you know, effort. And when I
Did you meet at the band, or
we did. We met 10 years ago. I auditioned him for the Hudson Project, believe it or not.
You can always hold that over his head.
That's right. So I was his boss first. So when I yell at him on stage, like, come on, wait, faster, get the music going. Everyone kind of goes, but I'm like, listen, this was our relationship started off as I was his boss, so I'm not gonna change, you know. I need results, people. Okay, I need results. This is a wedding band, and we gotta pump it out for these people. So
for sure.
So I do. I'm a very, like, that is the type of band leader that I am. I push because you know
that comes through in your performance.
Thank you.
Just saying that, like, everything about the whole Hudson Project band, like performing, I think the vocals are just top notch. Like
Thank you.
The performance, you're all dancing. Core.
Yeah.
So you have to incorporate that. Are you a dancer?
Yes. So how I got my training, I originally moved to New York with, dreams of being on Broadway.
Ooh.
And I graduated with a musical theater degree, and, you know, ever since I was a little girl, I was like, I'm gonna be on Broadway. I moved to New York. I booked, a couple Broadway shows. It was awesome.
Can you tell us anyone?
Yeah,
you've seen?
sure. I've been in Tarzan, I've done Rent, and I've done Motown. The musical was my last one. Which Motown was pretty cool because I got to work with Berry Gordy and Smokey Robinson and Diana Ross and, like,
That's
Stevie
not cool.
Wonder.
That's awesome.
Right. Thank
That's
you.
pretty.
The songs I cover, I got to work with the people who actually made them. So that was really cool. And I originated my role, and I got to do the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and, like, the Tonys. So it was a really amazing experience.
New York is crazy.
It's crazy.
Like the experiences you get yourself into,
I'm
like if you
telling
put
you.
yourself out there.
Definitely. Yeah.
And is just insane.
Yeah, exactly. So, after, the thing with Broadway shows is they're open for so long, and when they decide to close them, they give you 2 weeks notice, and then you're out on the street without a job. That's it, So I kind of said to myself, well, what am I going to do? What happens when a show closes? I fell into the wedding band world just as a singer, and I worked for Starlight Orchestras back in the day. That's where I got my training ground, which they were phenomenal and still are. I don't know if they're still around, but so yeah, I got my training there. Then I had an opportunity to start the Hudson Project as well as another band, and I auditioned musicians. And
where'd the name come from? I mean,
so,
I can guess.
Right, we're in New York, so I was like, at the time I was a huge fan of Project Runway, so I was like,
who is that?
Project Hudson River. Oh, the Hudson Project. And what I love about the word project is, like, it's like always continually growing and learning. Like, I don't think a band should be like, okay, this is our set list. We don't want to learn any songs. We're done. We don't want to rehearse. We don't want to get better. I'm always, I'm a proponent of working hard and getting better, and, like, learning different tricks of the trade. And there's so many ways you can approach music. And
I think in an industry that's always evolving, and not that every industry isn't always evolving, but in an industry where literally, like, people are looking for the hottest thing, the trendiest thing to make us, like, a memorable experience. They want their wedding or event talked about for years.
That's right.
Like, it's the best wedding that ever happened. So I think that's so important. We all have to be doing that. And becoming better like I have to become a better wedding planner.
You're pretty awesome wedding planner, so.
But like designer, you know, what's next, and then, you know, I think that's so important for vendors. Like,
It is.
just don't get stuck in a box.
Don't get stuck in a box. And, you know, I mean, you see every year they have a new color, a wedding color. So that, I mean, that already keeps you, right? Like, you're like, okay, now how can I implement my decor?
It's like Christmas Day when that thing comes out.
Right? Like, what? What's the color this year? Is it green?
Last year it was Pantone. See? I don't even know.
I think it's green.
It's green?
So I heard a planner say that, but anyways. So, I think, though, it is important for clients to be able to see the band, you know, in a way where they can say, okay, well, this is how you were in 2009, and you can see how we have evolved, and now we're in a different level. Now we're adding in, you know, this you know, part, and this, you know, this choreography, and this, you know, you can really tell, because that's the thing. We go to weddings and people are like, oh, I saw you guys at this wedding, and that happens. So you have to give them something new and fresh, because we're getting referrals, and people have seen us already. We don't want to give the same show, you know, at a different wedding. That's really not how we like to work.
A rock star wouldn't, you know, they change their performance just a tad, just tweak it a bit every performance. They have to remember what city they're in. So even right there, they just have to say, you know, and cater to that audience.
That's right.
I'm always impressed when they actually remember what city they're
I
in.
know.
Like being on the road for that long.
It's exhausting.
Like, yeah. Sometimes if I have like a crazy week, I'm like, what day is it? Like, and I can't get it together.
Right.
So.
Exactly. and they're playing new. And every city's a different set list. So.
I know.
And you know, speaking of set lists, you know, we do the same thing where I feel like I'm not the type. It's funny. A lot of my clients are like, hey, can you send me the set list that you used for my wedding? And like, you know, after the wedding, I'm just like, oh, I don't even remember, because I don't keep track of it. I mean, what I do is I take, you know, I think picking music for your wedding is a collaboration, right? You know, I sit down with my clients, we have a few drinks, we just talk about music, we, you know, have the timeline, we implement the music within the timeline, you know, what would work, and it's literally a collaboration. Like, clients, you know, give me what they like, I say, okay, well, this is what works, and together we come up with, you know, the best plan. Yes, exactly.
However, plans change.
Which
I think is where you're heading that way. So on the day of, if you see that dance crowd on the floor, you're not going to go, and the couple wanted a song that you think might throw it off, like, you're going to keep that crowd on the floor.
I'm going to keep the crowd on the floor. And I'm very, you know, honest and upfront with my clients about it. I say, you know, I will follow your songs, but give me permission if I need to kind of pull from, you know, my little treasure box, I call it, where I know the songs that really work.
So if you do need to, like, kind of pivot, what's your cue? Is that like a hidden secret, like, to your band members? So do you like turn around and like flip your hair?
Yeah, right. I'm like, let's go. They see so much hair flipping, they're just like, and it's funny, I've had to go to the chiropractor about my neck.
Flip your neck.
Oh, I do. I need to stop that, because it's really,
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
You know, like, no, but it's like constantly flipping my poor neck. But yeah, my band members know that I'm a very energetic and off the wall kind of band leader, where I just like all of a sudden, you know, but it keeps them on their toes, like, because I don't do the same set list every week, so they literally never know what's coming up, but it keeps them excited. And so I have a great little system. I have an iPad, and when we're in one song, I go to the iPad, and I kind of, you know, again, I'm thinking of what my clients chose in the list.
While singing, you're doing
this?
This?
Oh yeah. Ooh. It's like one of these, you know, like.
I can't do that. I can do many other things at one time, but singing and like trying to.
Yeah, it's, you know, you get, I mean, I've been doing it for 10 years, so I'm kind of like, you know, a lot of practice. But yeah, it's awesome, because, you know, I'll be thinking of a song, like, you know, I try when I transition into songs to let somebody else do the singing, so it doesn't distract too much. But, you know, I write a song on the iPad, I show the guys, you know, I give them the count in, and we just go in. So, you know, again, since I don't have set lists, literally every song is written on the iPad, and they just
pick it up.
We just go, yeah. So it's
they
kind
must
of
be really
fun.
quick as well, yeah.
They are. They're really, and they're really focused, and, you know, I know this is gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm so passionate about weddings. I love my couples so much. I actually really, really care. And that's why I think I also decided to stop doing Broadway, is because, you know, I'd walk out of the stage door and, you know, it was great signing autographs, taking pictures, but you miss the connection when you're on a Broadway stage and the audience is so far from you. You know what I mean? Like, the connection that I feel when I, like, am looking at guests or when my bride and grooms come up to me and they're like, Andrea, oh my God, you guys were just like, you made this wedding. I mean, that feeling.
Because you got to know them and they get to share that with you.
You know, that's like, for me, I know it sounds really cheesy and corny, and I feel like really cheesy saying it, but you know, but I really am passionate about it. So, you know,
you have to be in this industry.
You really, it's
I
love.
live and breathe my wedding.
Yes.
So, like,
you know, it's love. How do you not?
I know.
How are you not happy and fulfilled by this? I'm completely fulfilled doing weddings. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my band members know that. You know, they know that I take it really seriously, and you know, because you get one shot, as you know, right? You get one shot to kind of like blow it out of the water. Boom, 4 hours.
And you have to eat in that time.
Yes, I usually don't eat, but the band members do. I let them eat.
Yeah.
But you know us. We don't get a break. We're running around the whole time, so we let our employees eat. But yeah, I do. I believe that. You know, really, it's about the client and making them really happy. This is a day that they're gonna remember for the rest of their lives. So, my band members know, like, Andrea knows, she's serious about this wedding. So,
do you guys still have to practice?
We do.
So what are you practicing? What is a lot? A lot is twice a week.
Once a week.
Once a week.
Yeah.
At Smash.
Yeah. Hey, high five the plug. See, Clay, she's awesome. We do. We rehearse at Smash. Once a week, or sometimes we, you know, if our friends have studios, like their own personal studios, so we'll go there and run through some songs. But yeah, I think it's really important for a band, again, just talking about evolving and growing, you know, to really just like work out the kinks, right?
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want is to get there, again, 4 hours, you don't want to blow it. You don't want to blow it. And the pressure's on. People don't realize with wedding vendors, it's a lot of pressure.
Because it is, you can't be there all day setting up for the most part.
Right.
You have to get in, get ready, get hydrated, warm up.
Yep.
And you need to go.
And you got to be on it. Like, you got to be so focused.
And no matter if you had a wedding the day before, like, that's over.
That's over. That's over.
You're on to the next.
On to the next. Yep, exactly.
And you have to make these two people your priority for them. I have to make them my priority for 18 hours.
Yes. Yep. Exactly.
And it's a lot. It takes a lot out of you.
It does. Sundays I'm done. I'm like in bed all day. But you know, it's true, because especially, you know, I feel like for band leaders, when you're in the head position, you know, as your wedding planner, when you're in the manager type position, with weddings, and you actually have a personal relationship with these clients, it's even more, you know, you have an even more connection to them. And so, I mean, you know, even for me, like, going through the list, I want to make sure I'm announcing this name correctly, because we're emceeing as well, you know. So not only do we play music, I'm emceeing in between, you know, speeches and introducing, and so I have to really make sure, you know, the last thing you want to do is say, introduce somebody's name wrong, right? That is
awful.
That's awful. I mean, I literally review and like practice, and I get some hard names.
I know.
Oh, Kraminski was one, or like, what's another one that just these names. I'm like, how do you say it? Repeat it, because you just don't want to butcher their name. That's like one of the only times they're ever going to be introduced.
So much pressure.
But we do it, and it's a success. I have to say, like, maybe the pressure is what we love about it too, right?
It is. I get a
high
thrill off of it. It's like, it's go time, girls.
Let's go.
Like, sorry for screaming at you now, but like,
I'm the same way. I feel so bad.
Make it work.
I feel so bad.
So, as a very refined band, and one, you have outfits that you wear.
Oh yes.
So,
I love my outfits.
I know I've seen all the women dressed in the black sequins.
Yes, that's
very
our change.
Classy. Oh.
So we usually start off like in a long formal gown, black. Black is really a great color because it blends. You know, we don't want to stand out.
Right.
I like to blend in. You know, blend into the equipment.
Oh, so as guests, I didn't realize there was a change. So you have one outfit.
Oh yeah.
And then when the party
gets going,
that sequence comes on.
It comes on.
So do you only have black sequins gowns? Do you dress every event differently?
Well, sometimes, you know, if a client says, listen, I'm not into black, and, you know, the signature color of my wedding is silver, you know, or gold or red, or, you know, we try to work with clients, the girls at least, and maybe the men, the singers mostly. But the musician standard is just black suit.
Right.
You know, and not like the oversized black suit, right? Because all our musicians are young and cool, so we're not like these.
Yeah, the skinny legs.
Yeah, exactly. Skinny ties, you know, all that. So they wear that, and then the singers, yeah, we can do jackets, we can do dresses that are different colors. You know, if clients, you know,
that's so cool.
You know, ask us for that. Yeah, it's just like it just adds another level of performance, and you know, because I come from the Broadway stage. Everything is over the top. Everything is just performance. So that's what I try to go for, you know.
And so you're standing for 4
in a heel, 3-inch heel. I don't let any of my girls, and I in the same way. I'm like, it has to be 3 inches or higher.
Wow.
You know, you notice when you wear a heel, you just
feel sexy.
You feel sexy.
You just feel sexy.
And like you walk different. You're like,
I know.
Yeah. And you know, and you know it. Sorry, guys, you can just like close your eyes to this, but it lifts, and then it lifts. I don't know about you, I need that.
It helps.
I need a lift.
Oh yeah. Do you have a favorite pair of?
Of what?
Funny that I mentioned this.
Yes.
Funny, a favorite pair of shoes that you wear.
I do, and I always bring them. I just carry them in my purse, just like when I go to the doctor or go to the gym. Do I need? Yeah, I bring them. Because you never know when you're going to need them. I mean...
This will be a selling point for me. It's like... I'd be like, you're signed.
Yes.
Look at this.
It's just very stagey.
Yeah.
You know? Very stagey. So they're so fun to wear.
And what client doesn't love a sparkle?
I have to say, every wedding I get, somebody's like, can I take a picture with those?
Really?
I let people try them on. I'm like, try them on, you know. You want to try them?
Did you find those custom?
No. No, I can't even remember where I got them.
You're probably like Marshall's.
Right? You find everything there. Yeah.
Those are fabulous.
Thank you. They're my pride and joy. You know, you have that one pair of shoes where you can really like dance in and go crazy, and you know, I've been known to, you know, stand on. So when the drummer sits, right, he sits on a little bench. It's called a drum throne. Yep. Okay. And I've been known. And my drummer, he's a yogi, right? Okay. He's an amazing yoga teacher. He's sponsored by Lululemon and everything, and he plays drums. I hate people who are so talented like that. Like, I only can do one thing. He can do everything.
I carry my clipboard.
Right. Thank you. So what he does is he scoots forward on his drum throne, right? And he plays, and I know, see, this is what I mean. To over the top Broadway stage. I climb up on the back of his drum throne, and I like balance, and I sing, right, on the back of his drum throne. It's hard to do that like in a skinny heel, but these boots, man, I can climb up there and, you know, rock out with him.
What's his name?
His name's Jeff.
Jeff.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I wouldn't imagine his name to be Jeff.
I know. He's a little Filipino guy, short, little. And so I think clients are just like, what's happening? Because it's like all of a sudden I'm like on a drum. Yes. Those arms are awesome. Yes. Giving it. I think you were a performer and you want to hear a lot.
I have done a high school play or two.
Yes. What were you in?
What was I? Oh, The Little Prince. We did The Little Prince. I was the fox.
Okay.
I don't remember the other ones, but it stopped after high school, so that was a long time ago.
That was a good decision.
Yes.
I don't know why I didn't stop it.
And I guess just to wrap it up, like, so you go international, you travel, like that's like second nature. How do you travel with a band? Like,
I know it's like whoa, it's complicated.
Yeah, are you shipping stuff down there?
So we hire local sound companies in the areas, and we have connections with these sound companies and relationships.
Yes.
Excuse me. So, you know, we when a client is interested in booking us in a certain location, you know, a lot of times. So, for example, like we have LA-based sound company, and any, if we have a wedding in San Diego or a corporate event in San Diego, because we do corporate events as well, in San Diego or San Francisco, then they just drive. Yeah. So,
That has always been a question of mine, because
yeah,
I'm like,
the
I can't
musicians,
imagine like the drum set.
Crazy.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
And the cargo.
Exactly.
Unless you want to fly private clients.
Ooh. The musicians travel with their instruments, of course.
Okay.
Which, that's easy, just throw them on the plane, except the drums. So really the keys player, the guitar, and the bass usually travel with their instruments. But of course, we need amps to, but the sound company, they bring all that. They bring this PA, they bring the microphones, they bring all of that. And really, it's pretty simple to fly a band. I mean, we leave usually the night before or the day of, and we get there, we sound check, we check in our hotel, we do the gig, we do the wedding, gig, that's our word.
Gig.
We do the wedding or the corporate event, and then we go back to the hotel room and literally fly out the next day. So
yeah,
it's in and out, but definitely is fun, because just it's just fun, like feeling really special getting out. Right? Bands love to feel special and get out of their home state.
I know. I think anybody does. Like when you get to travel, it's such like a privilege to be able to do that. So
it really is. And we, I get so blessed. I have really lovely clients. So I'm really fortunate. But they're like, yeah, we'd love to have you. And like this year we're in Aspen, we're in West Palm, and we're actually going to California, to Napa in a couple weeks. So we're pretty
all right.
fortunate getting to get out of New York.
So you're a relatively new mom. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you. I can't believe, I have to say again, another blessing. I got pregnant, and then the months that I was huge and delivered was off season. What are the odds of that?
Out.
I mean, I prayed for that every day.
I know.
Did you ever have a baby during off season?
No.
Well, because it's hard to work with a belly, especially for me.
Well,
I don't want pregnant people
during off season.
It's bad that I didn't want to be pregnant on stage. I just didn't want to.
I was very pregnant during off season, but then I gave birth and it was go time. Like I had a wedding in like 2 weeks, so.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So were you in the hospital just
with my computer? Yes.
See, this is a true wedding planner. She will do whatever it takes.
But that was a year ago. I'm still a little traumatized. Like I feel like I'm just recovering. It takes definitely a year.
It does.
Any growing a business with a new baby? Any tips? Because that's really hard.
It is hard. Yeah, I started a business about 5 years ago called the Band Method. Since I realized I'm so good at creating bands, let me start some other ones. And I have all these friends who are on Broadway and wanting to stop doing Broadway shows. They're pretty hard careers to be on Broadway. It's very taxing on your body and your voice. So I have friends who have Broadway credits, and they're like, we're looking for somewhere to sing, and so I started a couple other bands that way. And it is hard. Definitely challenging to juggle everything, because I do love spending time with my child.
I know.
Even though he, sometimes I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah.
But
sometimes I'm like, thank you, daycare.
Right, exactly. But it's kind of like managing my band members. They're like children too sometimes, so maybe I'm a little experienced in that way. But yes, I think like you, we do the best we can, you know. But I definitely feel like you figure out how to, you don't want anything to lax, right? So you give it, like you said, we're up until 3 a.m. sometimes answering emails and
setting up the next day.
Just because
what I found is like if I can look at my week ahead, and I can if I have like a day where I'm by my computer, I will get so much done. So then I know like if I need to be home to watch the kid because daycare ends, and
right.
then I can watch them and actually really enjoy spending time, because that client is actually important as well.
Right. You want a sane wedding planner, especially, and vendors. You want vendors. I mean, we're real people. We have real lives. So
I know. And I think that's one thing I've learned as I've grown my business is I am a real person.
Yes.
And I needed to create boundaries.
Of course.
And things, because they're so important. it makes you better at what you do.
It does. And you can give that wedding or that client the focus and attention that they deserve, you know.
Yeah.
I try to really, the week of my client's wedding is all about them. Like, you know, I really focus on them, and I try not to, you know,
and I think
do other things.
So much of it is educating clients, because clients don't understand, like, when you're dealing with a wedding that's, you know, 6 months, a year away, like,
we just
that's not on our radar yet.
No.
Just, it's on my radar just because I have to put a few things into place, but once those things are in place, like, we can let it lay low for a little bit.
Because especially, for us, there's nothing that's that serious that, I mean, you're just picking your music, you can do that like in a month. It's really easy. But yeah, I agree. I think sometimes, you know, I get it. Clients get really excited, but definitely, I feel like we're better at our job if we can give it the 100% focus that it needs when it needs it.
Absolutely.
You know? So.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Oh, I just want to thank you.
Thank you for coming on.
Really, like, when I first worked with you, I was like, she's just so delightful and organized. And you also, and I say that because I work with a lot of planners.
Thank you.
You know, it's also really important, I think, that you have a planner. I mean, you literally are the orchestrator. You're making everything happen. You are bringing all these vendors together. And, you know, I think when planners tend to pressure vendors or add more, I mean, we already have pressure, but add more pressure, and you know what I mean? And when the communication's kind of foggy, it does make our job harder, but you are just like superb and excellent. You don't even go down that track. You're just easy to work with. It's so delightful, and just every wedding I've done with you has been such a success. So, and it's because of you. So,
thank you.
Of course.
Awesome. So I don't have any more questions for you, but I would love for you to plug your Instagram.
Okay.
And get some more followers.
Yay! So you can follow us at the Hudson Project Band at the Hudson Project Band, and also at the Band Method as well. So the Hudson Project Band and the Band Method.
Thank you so much for coming on, Andrea. And we will see you next week.
Yay! Bye, guys.
Bye,
happy planning.
Yeah.